Hello and welcome back. Today I'm going to do a quick review of something that I've used quite a bit, an online flashcard program called Clozemaster. Now, Clozemaster is basically, it does close sentences, and by that it means that it's not, you have to type in the answer. You can't just put in multiple guess. It does do multiple choice, and so you can use it that way. Now, I've got a various amount of languages listed, but the only one I actually used religiously was Italian. I did this for a year. I just did nothing but Italian. Every day I did Italian. And while it doesn't look that much, it did take a lot of time and a lot of effort. Now, the way that this works is you set yourself up and you pick a language. Now, I could just come in here, I say what I speak English. If I want to learn Spanish, I can click on this, it'll set me up with Spanish. So that's how you initially start. You pick your language that you speak and the one you want to learn, or the ones you want to learn, because you can have multiple, as you can see here. But I did Italian religiously, and which is why I got a pretty good score. Now, Clozemaster is a gamified system, which means you get points, there's a leaderboard, you can see where you are against other people, you can follow people or not. So it's pretty comprehensive. Now, if I attempt to do this and see if I can remember any of this, I can pick what I want to do. So I want to do vocabulary, or I can just listen. Now, the listening part can be a bit hit and miss. It uses computerized voices. Some of them are not so great, but you can generally understand it. But I preferred vocabulary, so it just writes it out and then I write out the answer. Now, I can do multiple choice, or I can do text input, which is the close. Now, you'll notice that you get 2 times the points for text input. So if you're in this for the gamification, text input is great. If you're in this for the language learning, text input is great, because it forces you to actually remember how the thing is spelled and how it's written. With multiple choice, which I like to call multiple guess, you just have a go and see if one of them is correct or not. So let's have a try at this. Oh, by the way, you get 10 sentences for the unpaid version. So you'll get 10 sentences a round. You can change the rounds differently if you have the paid version. So you can use less or more, etc. But for me, the 10 were more than sufficient. So if we press this, now, I can, because there are accents in Italian, you can use the accented marks, but there are no accents in this word, so that's fine. When I submit this one, I get 32 points. Now, if I'd been using the other one, I would have only got 16. So if we move on to the next one, and I'll just do this wrong. So I get this wrong. You'll see up here, I've had the previous one correct. I've got this one incorrect, and I've got 9 to go of the 10. That's because the incorrect one did not count. And what it'll do is it'll make me do that again. So when I get back, it will loop back to make me do this one again. So that's a very useful little thing. You might not think so, but it does force you to make sure that you've actually got every one of these correct before you can move on to the next set of 10. Now, just to do, for the sake of completeness, to show you the multiple choice, you see I only got 16 for this. because I get half the points for multiple guess. But you know, I can carry on doing this rather easily. So, hi, I'm the sponsor of today's video. I'm also the creator of today's video. I don't have a Patreon page, and I don't make any money from advertisements on YouTube. What I do have is a publishing company where I write books and publish books for others. And I would like you to take a look at that website or my books on Amazon and buy the book. If you like the look of the book or you think you might enjoy the book, because that's a win-win for both of us. I'm doing reviews, but I could pick new sentences and play, and it will just do them. Now, it always, for most languages, does the most common words. However, it used to, for Mandarin, it used to do the HSK, but they changed that, which I found annoying, so I stopped doing the Mandarin one. But I did do the Italian one, as I said, religiously every day. For a year and a bit. So let me just show you. Oh, actually, before let's look at the listening portion. Now, again, listening, I can do multiple choice. The first time it plays it, it's on my computer anyway, it's really bad. So I have to play it again. Now, difficult to make out.
Non è così? Non è così?
Non è così. Non è così. Right. So that's how you do the listening. So you can just listen to the computer generated voice, and then it's basically the same setup. And you have to go through the whole thing again. Sorry. Now, that's a more recent thing, but when I was playing it, it didn't have the listening part. It just had the vocabulary. But for me, the most useful thing is the closed words where you have to type in what it is you need to do. So that is the basics of it. There isn't really anything else that you need to know. You can, as I say, this is a gamified thing. So you get points and you go up on a leaderboard, and you know, if you're a competitive person and you like this sort of gamification, this is brilliant. I'm not really that keen on the gamification. It was nice, but you can see here I've dropped down to 418. At some point in the past I was near the 200, so I've gone down by half, because I haven't played in a long time. But you can see lots of people spend lots of time and get pretty good at this. So that's basically my review. You can set daily goals. You can say how many points you get. It'll do streaks. You know, it'll keep track of how, you know, often you did this. It does have some basic charts. If you pay, you can get, you know, more statistics. But the free version is quite good and more than sufficient for my purposes, although other people may need more. I can briefly show you Korean. I've tried this. I haven't gone very far, even in the first 100. But I've made the commitment to do this every day for a year. So if you make the commitment to do this daily, it will help you. I've done a bit with Duolingo. I personally think this is probably more useful from a close vocabulary point of view, but it's worth having a go. So that's my review of Clozemaster. I hope you have a go at it. You know, it's all free, so you can just sign up for an account and have a mess about with it for a little while and see how you get on. And you know, you may be top of the leaderboard within a few months.